Hello there, instant wake up juice.
Hello, how are you? Today is a paint-tastic day because I am bringing the second part of the epic and iconic paint saga to the internet. As before, I'll just butt in with narration whenever there's a part of the creative process I want to talk about. So strap your butts in and I will try to explain my course of action here despite my current lack of functioning brain cells. Man, that's hot. Anyway, I started by coloring the sea dragon on the bottom, and as I went along, I blocked in certain areas as I went, making sure I didn't just, slap a base color on there and work my way up to the lighter colors, because I knew that just wouldn't work with this dragon in particular. For the other dragons, though, I decided to do some messier version of rendering before the paint would dry, because I knew I'd have to paint those differently, considering they have dragon scales and the sea dragon is made entirely of water. I don't know. Big brain moment? It made more sense in my head. Don't bully me, please. The sea dragon isn't anywhere near done, even though it may look like it. There's going to be sea foam at the ends of the fins and its tail, and I want it to match the actual ocean wave as best as possible. Once I was done with the sea dragon, for the time being, I moved on to the other dragons, starting with the moon dragon. All of the dragons have different color schemes, and I didn't want any of their color schemes to be the exact same. The moon dragon has a black body with purple and blue fins and a tail, but once the paint dries, I want to add an off-white color at the ends and silver acrylic paint for the details. As you'll see in a few moments, I only got partway through the fins, but I did eventually go back to fill them out. I then started work on the Sun Dragon, and because I didn't get around to doing it, I redid the outlines for the Rock Dragon with a combination of the magenta and purple paint. And once that was done, I filled in what was left of the sky because there were pretty sizable areas of underpainting showing through, and we can't have that in this house! Haha, nope. So I started with a red color and then filled in the rest of the tail with I think a mixture of red and orange. I wanted the Sun Dragon to be a contrast to the Moon Dragon. The other three are kinda just their own thing, but the Sun and the Moon Dragons were the first two I came up with. In the very beginning of the planning process, I wanted to go with a celestial space theme, but then it just turned into something else. And now here's me doing the outlines for the Rock Dragon. I would have colored this one in, but I want the outlines to dry first, so that'll probably be another week or so. My vision for this dragon in particular is to have it be broken into 3 different pieces, or at least have some way to show off its insides? Not saying that in a weird way, I want to make it look like it's just amethyst formations on the inside, kinda like a geode. Hopefully I'll be able to pull it off when the time comes to paint it, because if not, I'll cry. Violently. Into my jar of solvent. And now, the mysterious case of my water bottle. How did that happen? Then I started work on the Milkfish and rendered the rest of the ocean. I put down the base colors and then blended what I need to before letting the paint dry. After that, I went back to the Sea Dragon to add in some dark blue paint in areas I thought needed darkening, and I also put some more paint on the Moon Dragon's tail. The wet paint didn't quite give me the effect I wanted, so I decided it was better to wait. I feel like I should have blocked out this section too. Man, I feel dumb. Regardless, I let the base colors sit for about a day before going in to render the dragons more, or as much as the paint would allow me to. Honestly, probably the worst part about oil painting, you have to wait. One of the worst parts anyway, but at least you get more time to blend stuff, so honestly, what's going on here? What am I talking about? What is life? Lastly, I started work on the light dragon, and honestly, thinking up the color scheme for this dragon was much harder than it had any right to be. Or at least thinking what color the body would be was a struggle because I wanted it to match up with the bright yellow fins. In the end, I went with a golden brown color, which is probably going to be the darkest color in its color scheme. It is a light dragon, so I wanted to have some magic radiance to reflect that. And also I made the tail more orangish at the base to give it some dimension. And that's it for part 2 of this epic paint saga. If you made it to the end, thank you for sticking around. If you like this video and want to see more shenanigans from me, make sure to like and subscribe and help me find my brain cells. Because at the time of writing this script, I still can't find them, so any help would be greatly appreciated. Thanks for watching. I wonder what would happen if you gave water to a dragon made entirely of water.